Hello, thank you for joining me. You may notice that the end's gone off my microphone, but hopefully it's still working okay. So just going to have a look at the Animal Tarot. This is Doreen Radleigh Valentine, and it's published by Angel Therapy. Here's the box it comes in. It's quite a nice thick box, quite a sturdy box. Butterfly at the top lid. As you can see, this is quite a thick box, very strong, very good quality. And this is the bottom. Nice pictures around the sides as well. Let's get the cards out. Got another butterfly at the bottom of that box as well. It's a 78 card deck with an instruction manual. This is the instruction manual, and you can see this is also quite a good quality. That's the back of it. It tells you a little bit about Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine on the back. They're both animal lovers, as you may have guessed. At the beginning of the instruction book, you do have some information about the tarot itself, a little bit of history, and it also gives you some ideas of spreads. So if you want to try those. So that one there is the usual Celtic cross spread, which a lot of people use. That's in a lot of the instruction manuals. The pictures of each card are in black and white, which is the usual as well, but you do have some information about each animal, about the card itself, what it represents. And this is quite a good instruction book, giving you detailed information. So there's about 190 pages in that book. I'm just going to show you some of the cards. I've showed you the butterfly on the front and the back of the box that they come in. She does have butterflies on every one of the major arcana. And these are the major arcana. So first of all, we've got the Fool, which is called the Dreamer. Now you may see at the side there you've got what could be the normal Fool, but it looks like an angel actually there. The Fool is represented in this particular instance by the dog that is normally with the Fool. You've got the Fool's knapsack there, full of his tools that appear on the magician normally. So this is a shepherd puppy, or it's actually a Shetland sheepdog puppy. Gives you a little bit of information at the bottom of each card. I'll just read that out for you. You are starting a new adventure, run free and take a leap of faith. So very much like the Fool. Okay, then next one, the Magician, is the Unicorn. We have the butterfly, and as I say, she's got butterflies in all of these cards. We've got the symbol of affinity at the top, which is normally on the Magician card. We've got the unicorn's horn, which represents his wand, and we've got the trees, which represent the symbol of earth. But we don't have, well, we do. We have got the water in the background. You can just about see that in the back, and that's the river of life that runs through a lot of the tarot cards in many decks. You also got the white lilies symbolising purity. There's still quite a bit of occult symbolism on these cards, although it's mainly for the animals. On the High Priestess, we've got the owl. This looks like a snowy owl. Again, you've got the River of Life there. You've got the two pillars. And then in the background you can see the moon, the full moon and the crescent moon is represented there. And the butterfly as well. The Empress is symbolised by the Angora rabbit. And there you can see you've got the corn, which represents fertility. You've got the heart with the symbol of Venus representing love. Again, you've got the butterfly, the white lily for purity, the River of Life in the back. And then if you can just about see it, just at the top there, you've got the crescent moon again. Now, the Emperor is symbolised by a deer mouse. There he's got his hazelnuts, his blueberries, butterfly at the top as well. And just to give you a read of this, the note on the bottom of this card: structure and organisation are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. I don't really know much about the deer mouse, but I can't really see how that links up to the Emperor. Now, the Hermit is now called Unity and is represented by the polar bear. You can see the butterfly there again. And the River of Life here for some reason is frozen. But there's your polar bear. You've got the Northern Lights in the background as well. That's quite spiritual, as we know the Hierophant or the High Priest is normally a spiritual card. This says, embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. You may feel called to act as a mentor, find a new teacher, or spend time with others who are also on a sacred path. Okay, so just give you a little bit of information, which is more or less the same as the Hierophant anyway. So if you wanted to read these cards, you'd be able to look at that bottom note and know what it was. So this is the Lovers. It's a beautiful heart that the two flamingos are making there, standing again in the River of Life there. Again, you've got the butterfly at the top. And just to let you know, that's the back of these cards. And they always say cats want to rule the world. So there you go, there's a nice Persian cat. And wasn't that in one of the James Bond films, wasn't it? Was it Dr. No who got the white Persian cat? I think it was Dr. No. I may be wrong. I'm not that much of a James Bond fan. That's the back of the card anyway. The cards are also quite good quality. These are going to last a while. Okay, so that's the Flamingo, number 5. And you've got the Chariot, number 7, the Arabian Horse, again the butterfly, as you can see. I like to think with that one, I like to picture the two jockeys pulling the horses while the horses are sitting in the carriage. I think that's a much better picture, don't you, with the jockeys pulling the horse for a change. Yes. Number 8 is the Justice, not Strength. And she's got Elephant as a Justice. And you can see the butterfly at the bottom. As usual, you've got the 8 stars at the top, which is normal for that. And then you've got the scales again. It's normally a heart and a feather in the scales, but this time you've got the whole bird. It looks like a little blue tit sitting in the scales there. Okay, so that's Justice. Number 9, the Hermit, is the Firefly. And again, I was a bit surprised with this one. It's still, you've got the butterfly on the lantern there. So the lantern does represent the hermit. You often see the hermit with a lantern in the cards. But reading this information at the bottom, take time for contemplation, to retreat and go within. Be a beacon for others on their path to spiritual enlightenment. So maybe the fireflies are just an extension of the lantern that she means in that card. Okay, so that's the hermit. Then we've got the wheel. So this is the reindeer or caribou. And the wheel underneath the pear tree. So number 11, instead of being justice, is now strength. So you've got the lion and the lamb. You've got the symbol of affinity at the top as well. And you may notice again on all of these major arcana, you've got the butterflies somewhere on the card. And on this one, there's the butterfly in the tree. And for some reason that lion has got daisies in his hair. Not really sure why. He's got that. So number 12, the hangman, is now called awakening. And I can understand what she's put here. I'll just read this out to you. Look at things in a different way. So there's a giraffe upside down. And look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily, and things will soon start moving again. So of course the hangman is usually giving up something to get something else that you want, or making a compromise. It can be delays as well. But I do quite like that, looking at something in a different way. That does make sense. The devil, sorry, not the devil, Death 13 is now called release. And there we've got a beautiful white peacock. Absolutely stunning white peacock. And the white rose as well, which is often seen in mortuaries, or well, not mortuaries, in cemeteries and crematoriums. The white rose symbolises love. So temperance is balance, which is basically what temperance means anyway. This is quite a nice one as well. There you've got the giraffe and butterfly there. But reading this out for you, by merging varying points of view, you can generate an extraordinary new idea, compromise with others and collaborate to discover a better solution. And so as you can see, I mean, the zebra is black and white. So look at things, merging things together, looking at both sides of the story. It's all in black and white, is basically what that's saying. So the devil is called ego, and there we've got a Siamese cat covered in bling, and as you can see, he's wearing a leash. You don't normally put cats on leashes. You can, but not normally done. You may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth. Break free of negative thinking. So that's the devil. I can understand that one with the leash, trying to break free. You've got the butterfly there as well. That cat does look quite satisfied. He doesn't look quite he doesn't look bothered that he's on a leash, which is normally the two people on the devil card and the normal tarot. They're normally chained up, aren't they, and kneeling down. So we've got the tower, which is now called life experience. This is the cuckoo, and again I can understand the symbolism on this card, because the cuckoo, as you may be aware, lays its eggs in another bird's nest. And when the eggs of the other bird hatch and the cuckoo hatches, the baby cuckoo pushes the other babies out of the nest, and their parents feed the cuckoo, and that's how cuckoos thrive. So I could understand that being a symbolism of the tower. And we've got the star, that's the aureole. Okay, so again you can see the butterflies going all the way through these cards. The moon, that's the lynx. Now she's moved away there from the animals that are normally on the moon card, because you've normally got the lobster and the crab and the wolves. Now she's got a lynx. But she's still got the same meaning though. It's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. And you've got the full moon at the top there. The sun, that's the bluebird. And instead of judgment, we've got renewal, which is the raccoons. They look quite cute, I think. And then we've got the world, and here we get the puppy is all grown up. So if you remember, just get the full card again. So on the full card there you've got the puppy, and then you've got the last card, the world is all grown up. And that's his journey through the major arcana, because that's a journey through life that the major arcana represents for people there. Then we've got the minor arcana. Now these are different from what you get in your normal tarot cards, and instead of wands we've actually got spring. Okay, so we've got the ace, which is the white tiger. And just to read this for you, because it is the same as the wands. A wonderful new opportunity presents itself. It may have come as a surprise, but you'll still want to leap into action and passionately pursue every possibility. And what I like about these cards, there's an animal and a picture on every single one of them. So 2 of spring or wands, you've got the pelican. 3 is the sea turtle. Now what I don't understand is why she's put animals or in water when instead of being on the cups they're on the wands, and they're on some of the other minor arcana suits as well, instead of being on the one for the water. But as you can see, reading this out, this is the sea turtle. Stop to take time to review and make long-term plans, capitalizing upon your past successes. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all your accomplishments, but you may also need patience for the next phase to play out. That's the 3 of spring, or the 3 of wands. And again for the 4 we've got the otter in water. Okay, the 5 is the ram. And 6 is a rescue dog. 7 is the gecko. 8 is the bee. 9 is the gazelle. 'And that's your 10 of spring. You got your St. Bernard dog. Let's read this one out to you as well. You're working far too hard and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and enjoy life. There you go. And we got the court cards. So we've got the princess, which is the monarch butterfly. We've got the prince, which is the dolphin, which again I think should be in the cup suit or the equivalent of cups, but nonetheless. Then we've got the queen. There you go, the cat that wants to rule the world. Persian cat. Then we've got the king. And there you've got Leo, which is a fire sign, one's off fire. This is a Katanga lion. Now's your moment to step up to a leadership role. Don't back away from the spotlight, as your plans will be successful, so long as you stay focused upon the big picture. Okay, so then we come to the next suit in the minor arcana, which is the equivalent of water, and this is actually summer. So this is the ace of summer, the dove, and there you can see the fountain of water. And just to read this out for you, this is the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. There you go, all representative of water. So, number 2, we've got the lovebirds. Number 3, the hummingbird. 4 is the tortoise. 5 is the dragonfly. See, quite a few of these are representative of air rather than water. There we've got the goose. And there we've got the Maine Coon kittens. It's a nice cute picture. Let me read that one out for you. It's time to stop procrastinating and make a decision so that you can put your move forward with a priority. If you need to do more research, then do so. But don't overlook the situation, or don't overthink the situation. Listen to your heart. A kangaroo. Pomeranian dog. Prairie dog, which I think would be more for earth rather than water. Okay, there we've got a deer. That's the princess. Then we've got the prince. Now I can understand that one. They always say you have to kiss a lot of frogs before you find the prince, don't they? So I can understand that one. The queen, the swan, I can understand that one as well. That's beautiful. Very graceful. And there you've got the emperor penguin for the king. Right, then we get the next suit is autumn, and here we've got the pentacles of earth. Alright, so this is autumn, so that's a calico cat on the ace. There's the Abyssinian cat. And just to read this one out for you. You may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and personal life and bring a spirit of fun into all that you do, which is the same as the Two of Pentacles. Here there we've got a miniature poodle, a squirrel on number 4, the manatee on number 5, so we've got kiwi on number 6, the cow on number 7, parrot number 8, and then we've got a ragdoll cat, we've got golden retriever, and the princess of autumn we've got the tabby cat, we've got the seahorse for the prince of autumn. That's a bit of an unusual one as well, because the seahorse, the males give birth, not the females. Let me just read this out. It's important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavour. Once you have that plan in place, then you can take immediate action and get as much accomplished as possible. There you go. Here we've got the hare for the queen. And a horse for the king. Then we come to the last suit in the minor arcana, which is the same as swords, and this is winter. So there you've got a panda on the ace of winter, and dachshund, here you've got a rose-breasted grosbeak. Now just to read this out for you, the 3 of swords, you've normally got the heart, haven't you, with the swords going through it. So just to read this one. Sadness is a part of life, but you don't have to endure it alone. You may need a little time to heal, but once you work your way through the emotions, you'll be stronger than before. There you go, same as the 3 of swords. This one is the 4 koala. You've got the collie dog. And there you've got a rescue cat. Now this one, the 6 of swords. If you remember on your normal tarot, you've got the boat, and the people in the boat are travelling along the very still lake or the still shores, and the water looks a little bit choppy than normal. The challenging times are coming to an end, and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let the past go and embrace the happier times ahead. And so there's a rescue cat looking for a new home. And number 7, we've got the magpie. And with this one, caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. Now, some of you may know the magpie likes bright, shiny objects, and they will actually pinch them. And just to give you a funny story, my grandmother, when she was alive, she used to grow beans in the garden, and the birds were always pinching the flowers off of them so that she'd get no beans. So she started putting strips of silver foil on the beans to frighten away the birds, and the magpies took the silver foil to put in their nest. And my gran didn't know that they would go for the silver foil, and she was going mad, and I was just laughing. But anyway, this is the 8 of winter, the bunting. So yeah, if you put silver stuff on your vegetables, the magpies are going to pinch them. We got here the 9 of winter, sea lion. So you can see by some of these pictures she hasn't stuck by the actual elements. There's Siberian Husky. Now we come to the court cards. We've got the princess. Now that one is definitely air, isn't it? That's the seagull. And you know, what we call seagulls are not actually seagulls. They're actually just gulls, and they have various types of gulls. We just call them seagulls because we see them around the sea normally, but they don't actually live around the sea. The most common one in Britain is the herring gull. So here we've got a horse for the prince. And we've got the queen, a leopard. And then we've got the king of winter, the humpbacked whale. In the sea, in the water, for a card representing air. So with this one, at this time, it's very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional, and act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. There you go. So this is the Animal Tarot, Doreen Virtue, Radleigh Valentine. And as I say, it is it's actually published by Hay House. And I think that's maybe just Doreen Virtue's angel therapy, because she does that, doesn't she, with all the angel cards. That's the back of the box there. And as I say, it's a very nice box. This is a very strong, sturdy box, and I think it's quite an attractive box as well. The colours on the cards are absolutely stunning colours. Really nice, deep, and also bright colours. If you wanted to cut off around the border, I suppose you could do, although you'd have to be a bit careful with these ones. You'll only be able to cut a little bit off, I think. The cards are not embossed. Now, she normally does emboss her cards, but these aren't. So if you wanted to colour them yourself, you could. They're quite big. I can't actually, well, just about to get my hands round, so I shuffle them that way. I have said before I've got small hands, so most people would be able to shuffle them the other side horizontally. As I say, they're quite strong card that they're done on, so it's quite a thick deck. But they are really nice, and I think that I have seen people using these at events that I go to, so I have seen people reading them for other people. And as I say, if you're unsure of these cards or what they represent, you've got this little passage at the bottom to remind you. But you I think with all tarot packs, so you go by your intuition. So you know, this is just if you get a bit stuck, you can look at that, but rather go by your intuition when you're looking at the card itself, or what you feel about the animal. So even though she's got the elements mixed up in the minor arcana, and she's included earth, fire, water and earth in all of the suits of the minor arcana, as I say, just go by your intuition and what that animal symbol means to you as you're reading them. They are a lovely deck. I do like them, and I would actually recommend them. As I say, especially if you're an animal lover, these are the type of cards that you'd probably really enjoy having. Wouldn't suit everyone, obviously. We've all got our own likes and dislikes. And I don't read with them normally. I have the Witch's Tarot that I normally read with, and a few others that I use, but I really do like the Animal Tarot. There you go. It's quite a heavy box as well, this. You'd probably be able to keep it in your bag, but not in your pocket. It's definitely not one for your pockets. Far too big. But very nice, as I say. Okay, so if you've got any questions, please put them at the bottom. If you've got any comments, please put it at the bottom. If you've enjoyed the video, please put a like on it, and also subscribe if you want to see some more. We'll show you some more as we go through the weeks. And thank you for watching. Bye.